Alright, morning everyone. It's been really hot. I haven't done much over the last week. It's already 32 degrees, you can see there. This is kind of in the sun, but not, I think, yeah, not directly, and it's not very sunny. It hasn't been, it's been really cloudy, but it's been ultra hot. I think we had 43.7 the other day was our top. I'll whack in some screenshots if you're interested. You can see what's coming up. We're still getting 40s. For today's nice and cool. It's only 38 degrees. But then I think it's hitting 39, 40 again towards the end of the week. And then the weekend's going to be nice. I think the weekend's going to be low 30s, high 20s. Hopefully not too humid. I haven't seen the humidity, but yeah. And then after the weekend, it's going back to 40 again. Nice little thunderstorm. I'll put some clips in. I've got a few lightning bolts. Big cloud just come through. I think there's a cyclone up north, so we're getting some of it down here. I think that's what this cloud is, just left over from that. But the cyclone will never come down here because it's too cold or too humid. There's not enough energy in the water or the air, however they work. It kind of starts coming down here and then it just fizzles out. But yeah, some nice lightning from the other night there. And it hasn't rained like it said it was going to rain. It's going to be... Whoa, that was a big one. So what we're going to do, I went to use my compressor yesterday and noticed, I've got the aircon on so I'll keep the door closed. I noticed that I think this is broken. So that should stay down, and that's off, and then you pull it to turn it on, and then when you want to turn it off again, you go like that. But you shouldn't have to hold it. That should just stay down. So right now it's on. So as soon as I flick my thing on there to turn the compressor on, this thing bursts into life. So what I've been doing is holding that down, then turn it on at the switch, and then release it. So it's like me turning it on. Not ideal. I don't really want to be doing that too often. So yeah, I think we're going to pull it apart. I've just had a look online. You can buy new ones. This is just a generic unit, nothing special about it. So you can buy replacement ones on Amazon. Only thing is they're a 4-port, so I only need a 1-port. I did find a 1-port, but they're like $40. The 4 ports are cheaper for some reason. I don't know why. I could make it work. I'd have to go to the compressor shop and buy bungs and bung up the other 3 ports and only use the 1 port that's connected there. If I got to go to the compressor shop, I might as well just take this with me and just go and get one from. They'll have this. I'm pretty sure they're going to have that. It's down the road. It's right near where I work there. So they're actually open today, which is good. So I might just take this off. I'm not even going to try and fix. Actually, I should. I bet you there's electricity under there, so we'll take that off. Probably should drain all the air out of it too. Yes, I will have to drain the air out because there is air connected to it here. I suppose that, yeah, I don't want to get a big shock air to the face. So yeah, I'll take the air out. It's disconnected out of power. Take this box off, see what I can see. I doubt I'll be able to fix it. I've never pulled one apart. Don't know what they're meant to look like inside. So yeah, I'll pull it apart and we'll get back to it. I just had a thought. I've just taken the cover off. I better film this. That way I know exactly how it goes back together. But yeah, brown's neutral, blue's power, and earth. So same on both sides, I think. Yep, same on both sides. So we'll just keep whacking her apart, and because yeah, so one must be power in and then power out. Earth on both sides. Yeah, see, I don't know, and the bit that's broken for me is that spring. You can kind of see in there where my thumb is. To me that looks like it's connected, and the switch is broken. So it's this bit here I need is this switch. So I might as well just change the whole lot for what they're worth. They're not worth a lot. So I'll rip into that. We'll take that apart and disconnect the wires. I'll have to find some. Yeah, I don't know. I think I have to take this off. I did watch a video on YouTube and the guy actually took these two things off. He was fixing a different issue, some leak, an air leak back here. Mine doesn't have that, it's just this switch. But yeah, I might have to take some of this off, but so here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've got the same problem as this other guy, because that's your switch, which breaks all the contacts. And that thing there is meant to be spring loaded. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right down in there, which is this thing, exhaust port. And I think that's what, so pressure builds up, and then, because that's on at the moment, and then it should push up, I think, and it has it's like a seesaw effect, which then cuts this out, and that's what it wasn't doing. Yeah, so it's that mechanism. So that's on, that's off, and it won't stay off. If I take my finger off, it just automatically goes to on, and it shouldn't. Yeah, it should be, you pull it up to be on, not go up automatically. So yeah, let's go to the compressor shop, and hopefully they got one of these. Just a single port. The ones, like I said, the ones I've been looking at have got 4 ports, so they got one there. I think they got this one, 1, 2, and 3. So they got 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one here, which I don't need. Yeah, so hopefully these guys have got what I need. And also I need to get some sealant, because I do have, I've got this stuff for sealing gas and water pipe metal threads, so it's not for air. So I want to get an air one. I don't have an air one. So yeah, I'll definitely, I know they've got it, because whenever we I operate a water jet cutter at work, and it's all runs off compressed air and hydraulics. So whenever we do anything to do with that, I run down to this shop, because it's only around the corner, and they have everything, and they're really good. They actually come to our work and service our compressors as well, so that's how I got onto them. Hopefully they recognise me and give me a discount from work, so we'll see how we go. They probably won't. Alright, so kind of luck but no luck. So I went to the first place that we used for work. All they had was some German $140 regulator, and I was like, yeah, I'm not paying for that. Also this was the same. This bit was the same, but it had the 4 ports, so I was going to have to buy 3 bungs to bung it all up. This was different, so I would have had to buy an adapter to some flexi hose, and then I'd have to go ripping my that copper tube there. I'd have to go and find where that connects to, and get a converter to go from copper from wherever it connects to at the back there. I don't even know where it goes down there. I'd have to convert it to flexi to there. So by the time I did all that, it was almost $200. So I was like, no, it's not happening. So then I found another place on Google, and went there, and he had this exact same one. It was a little bit different, but the underneath here was exactly the same. Would have all fitted everything. Doesn't take card, only takes cash, because he's a wholesaler. So if he's just selling one of them, he'll only sell it as for cash. So I never ever, all I ever bring with me is my phone. I don't bring my bank card with me, because everywhere around here is tap to pay. So yeah, I went to a servo. They wouldn't do, even if I bought some drinks or whatever, or filled my car up with fuel, they still wouldn't give me $40 cash. When I went to pay for the fuel, they wouldn't take cash out of the register. They said there's an ATM there, but I can't use an ATM without a card. My bank, you can do cardless cash. You can go on the app, log on, say you want $40. Didn't think that was going to last very long. Come on then, you go outside in the heat. I'm standing here. Yeah, and you type in on the app that you want $40 cash. You go to the ATM, QR code it, and it knows who you are and spits out $40. Only thing is, around my area, the closest ATM so I was that way, probably about 15 minutes. The nearest ATM is that way, probably about 10 minutes. So I'm driving right past my house, so I got no cash at the house. Anyway, doesn't matter. It wasn't going to happen today. I'll just have to. Yeah, I'm not driving around the countryside for half a day just to go and get $40 in cash. So, so what I'll do is I'm going to jump online now. The guy told me what was wrong with it, and it pretty much is the same thing that was wrong with it with the guy on YouTube. So this bit here, if I can find a pointer. So that bit in there is meant to have a spring in it, in here, which it does have a spring, but he said they seize, and push up on this plate, and then that's what gives you the pressure to keep it off, in the off position. I'm going to undo this and see what happens. Okay. Yeah, I'm not taking it apart any more than that. Yeah, it doesn't come out. You've got to take all this off, and I really can't be bothered. So yeah, I'm going to jump on Amazon. I did look. So the video that I watched, that the guy got the exact replacement for, no longer, that item is no longer available. So you can't use his link, but I can get something similar or close. So I think I'm just going to take this inside with me, and I'll go and order something that I can see is exactly the same, and we'll go from there. I did look before, but they're all like mid-February. There's none in Australia, or none in Perth or Australia. Yeah, probably none in Australia. So yeah, that's why I kind of zipped down to the shop. I'm thinking every time I've been there, they've had what I needed, and I've come up with some pretty curly situations at work. You know, I need an adapter to do this and that, and and the lady's really knowledgeable. So yeah, you just tell her what you want to do, and she tells you. As long as you give her a hint with some of the little connectors that you got, she's got everything there to make it all up. They've got a wall, probably about 5-6 meters wide, with little bins, and it's got every adapter under the sun. So really good. But they didn't have what I needed, so it doesn't matter. I got this from them. This is the same stuff we use at work. Really good stuff. A little bit expensive. I've bought tubes of this before, but I always go with the work credit card, so I never really pay attention to how much it costs. But yeah, 36 bucks. All good, because I know it lasts a long time, because I've had it hanging around work for well over a year, and you go to use it and it's all good. If I can get into it, would be good. There we go. But yeah, it is really good stuff. So handy to have around, this stuff for sure. And I'm pretty sure if you can use this on air, you can use it on water. You know, for doing retic or whatever. And it's almost full. It looks like it's one of those things that you buy that they give you a big thing, but there's only like this much product in it. It is pretty much full. But I won't open it until. I can't even read that. That's way too small writing. Yeah, I'm not going to read it, but I'm pretty sure you can use that on. It's definitely for air, because I bought it from a compressor shop, whereas the other one I've got is only for water and metal threads, whereas this does everything. So all good. All right, so we're just pretty much going to sit on that until I get something in. I'll just park this video for the next few days or weeks or whatever until I get the part that I need in. The guy that had it but wanted cash. I didn't. It was almost the same. The button was a bit different. It was very, very hard. I kind of walked out going, oh, I really don't want to buy it, but it's the only one around. But yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it kind of worked out all right that I didn't end up getting that one, because it was a lot. Well, not a lot different, but it would have fitted. But I just didn't like the look of it. Then the quality of the switch and everything, just very, very cheap plastic. This one's not expensive, and it feels a lot better. The $110 one felt really, really good, but I'm not spending. Well, to use that $110 one, it's probably another $80 in fittings and pipes, and I'd have to hack into this, and I don't want to do it. If it fitted straight up, I would have got it. But it was really, really nice quality, but it's not a simple swap on, swap off kind of thing. But anyway, let's jump on the computer. I'll order one of these up. I'll cut the video, and I'll kick it off again when we have something to replace this one with. Alright, so next day, that was pretty good. That worked out alright. So I ended up getting one off Amazon. Similar to the one I had, not exact, but similar. Where's the old one here? Lost the old one. That didn't take long. Yeah, anyway. The underneath's almost exactly the same. The only difference is there's 4 ports, and I only need this center one in the middle. I don't need these ones, so I've just gone up to the compressor shop up the road and got the bungs. So I will Loctite that in, run the wires through the glands, take this off, get it all connected. I've got to I had to take the old gauges off. They had to come off here because otherwise there's no room to spin this around, so it all had to come apart. So I'll get all this back together. I'm going to try and make it quick because I've had the aircon in here since it's 2:11, probably about 1:30, and you can see that's 34 degrees in here, so I don't want to stay in here too long. I'm actually going to try and angle these down like that just to give me a bit of cold air here. But yeah, that aircon's about a 4.5 kilowatt I think, and it just, on a hot day, like it's 40 degrees outside, on a hot day like today, it's just not enough to be in here. So yeah, I don't want to take too long, so I'll see if I can set up a time lapse, something of that nature, and I'll just set it up here and see. I'll just fast forward it. Okay, all done, all wired up. I had to go back in my video, so lucky I did video it. Blue is live, brown is neutral, and obviously that one's at earth. I had to use the old lugs off the earth. The new one didn't come with it for some reason. So it is dangerous at the moment. Not right now because I haven't plugged it in, but I'm about to. So you definitely, what's that? Oh, that's not off the compressor. So it's off at the moment. I want to connect it and turn it on without the cover on, but you can't touch it. Well, you can touch it, but it's gonna, these two screws are gonna be, they'll hurt you. So I won't touch it. I just want to turn it on to make sure there's no smoke or sparks or anything. So, oh, okay, so that's what I didn't want it to do, but it's working. But it shouldn't have turned on. But I think it's because I don't have that case on it at the moment. So it's all good, so that's okay. So yeah, we'll screw the lid back on. Okay, I think that's all good. There we go. Awesome. So that's what mine wasn't doing. Was yeah. So you don't ever want, not ever, but it's not good to turn the switch on and the compressor turns on straight away, because you're putting all the load on that switch, which is not meant to. This is meant to take the brunt of it, and then that's only just to supply power. So really nice. I'll just make sure it holds pressure. All right, lovely. That's good. I can hear it. It's that's always leaked, so no dramas. Nothing else is leaking. I did have to use some of this thread tape on this gauge and on this thing, because otherwise this has to be in this orientation, and when you screw it right down as tight as it can go, it's kind of on the piss a little bit, and I needed that little bit more, and I didn't want it. This is only plastic, so I didn't want it. I'm pretty sure it's, that scared the life out of me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's plastic, like a very, very hard nylon, but you definitely don't want to go cranking down. So it's like a turn I'll put the tape on and it's a turn back off from where it should be. This gauge didn't go back in at 12 o'clock. I don't really care, don't use it. It's mainly this one. I've got everything hooked to this one. So this side's regulated, that side's unregulated. And you can see I'm not even using it anyway. So I don't really care about that. All good, no leaks. Because this is not the tightest here, but I've got the goo and thread tape, and then same with these. So all good, we're sweet now. So yeah, really cool. So that's good that I know how to fix it now, if it ever does it again. If it does do it again, I might splash out on that more expensive one. The only thing is she doesn't sell it down the road there, so I've got to go a fair distance away to get it. It's like south of the river a fair bit, and I just couldn't be bothered. But all good. So we can throw all this out. I might actually keep that just in case, but you can hear it's not leaking. I do have a little air tools. There we go. So I'll leave that up the back there. Probably never touch it again, but anyway, I'm going to turn all this off. I got my little shorty nozzle for cleaning the car. So it's, yeah, like I did do it last time. You can. How does this come off like that? It's quite tight. Yeah, so you can use it like this. This is metal. I think it's got something to do with static. It's to earth the air coming out, so this doesn't build up static charge. So yes, that silver thing is metal. So you don't want to hit that on the car. So yeah, definitely this is a good idea. I think it should fit like that, yeah, so that the nozzle is kind of over and you can't do much to your car. Then it's just silicone. So all good, and we'll just clip that on and she's good to go. So that was a bonus that rocked up the other day. Yeah, like I said, it's hot. We'll go outside, but I'll turn all this off. It's 32 degrees in here. I'm pretty sure it's cracking 40 outside. So that's me done for the day. And we'll turn this off too, just in case. The amount of times, she doesn't happen that often, but I've been in bed, you know, wake up at 2 o'clock at night, whatever, and everything's really quiet. Hey mate, and just laying in bed, wait to get back to sleep, and brrr, compressor comes on. So yeah, this one's not too bad because it is quite quiet, but yeah. Oh, my phone was in there. But yeah, you don't want that stuff coming on at night time. So that's good. So yeah, all up, that was $20 for the regulator. Yeah, $20 for the reg, and $8 for those bungs. So if I wanted to use, I suppose that'll be unregulated, because it's before the regulator. So if I did want to use that, I could. I couldn't use the other two because these gauges are in the way. So yeah, so it is. You can buy a 4-port and have an extra port, but you can't use those side ports. But I don't need it. That's plenty for me. So that's fully charged up at the moment. It'll slowly leak out because I have. So the blue hose runs up the shed and feeds this little. That's one mistake I made, was buying this little. It's okay for here because I'm not running power tools or anything off it, so it's okay. It's only just for cleaning stuff really. And then the black one goes up over out the shed, down the side of the house, and feeds the garage. I've got it all plumbed in, so that's why it took a while to pump up, because it has to pump up 30 meters of black hose and then 20 meters or 15 meters of that little blue hose. So that's all acting as a tank. It's all extra literage, which works out good, but it takes a bit longer to pump up, that's all. But it's all good. Alright, yeah, so what's this say? It's actually come down. It's only 34, this one reckons. They just said on the news it was 39.5, and that was in the city. So and there is a breeze here for some reason. We don't normally get the early sea breeze like we are now, but yeah, that's quite windy, so that's probably why. And the clouds are starting to break up. We haven't seen blue sky in days. It's a leftover from that cyclone up north, and yeah, so it's quite nice that it's not full sun, but it is pretty muggy, so be good when that's all over. So all good. Anyway, I'll slap this video together and we'll get it out soon, and that's probably My mate just rang me. He's keen on a scooter ride for the weekend, so that's probably what's going on. It's still going to be quite hot, but not 40. It's only going to be 30. So we've got a bit of relief over the weekend, so it should be nice. But the 40s are coming back next week. I put a screenshot for next week in now. I think there's 38, 41, 39. So yeah, it's going to be pretty bad next week as well. So yeah, probably won't be a lot going on unless something breaks like that and we've got to fix it. I wasn't in a rush to fix it. I don't use a compressor too often, but yeah, I thought while I could fix it, I will. So what are you eating? Come on, mate. They just had another haircut yesterday. Only because the last haircut I gave him is the one you guys would have seen in the previous video. I can't remember what video it was, but I cut both of them. He just would not sit still, so I kind of had to cut his a bit short. And his body was not too bad, but his legs were really long. He looked funny. I've got to go inside because I'm dying out here. Yeah, so I gave him a week off. I think it was only last week I cut him. Yeah. And yeah, so gave him another run, but I didn't really have to do his body, so he gave me 10 minutes and I could do his legs and his paws, and actually let me do his ears this time, so that was good. He's real clingy, he just follows me wherever. It's a bit weird, I don't know. Like if I go over here, yeah, he's just real clingy. Whichever room I go in, he's following. But anyway, that's it, we're done. I'm just trying to think. I've got no plans. There's nothing coming up, so the next video is going to be a surprise to me as it is to you. I've really got nothing. The only thing I probably won't film it. This floor is doing my head in. I've got a power mop, like a Beasel mop vacuum thing in one. I went and got some good chemical. I've been using Dettol, and that Dettol's going pretty good. Doesn't leave residue on the floor. But I thought I'd go and get a very, very strong chemical that is made for tile, mainly to clean the grout. I've got a drama with the grout. Just, you can see here, it's like really dirty in spots. It's like really black. So I did that, and I actually mopped the floor 4 times yesterday. So I did it once with the chemical. I put the chemical on, let it sit for 15 like it says, and then I mopped it up with just hot water. Then dumped all that. It was really chalky, so I did it again with hot water. It was still chalky, leaving a residue, so then I did it 2 more times with hot water and methylated spirits, and by the 4th time it kind of cleaned it up. You can still see, you probably can't. Over here you can see like little streaks everywhere from the vacuum. So yeah, I've got to do it again with metho and just hot water and try and get rid of it. But even after 4 times, the water was still pretty cloudy, and it wasn't black, but it was just like a grey cloudy. So it's still pulling up dirt from somewhere. I'd say it's coming from the grout. So we've got a hire shop, like a machinery hire shop, just down the road there in Wangara, and so they've got a. It's not a spinny one, round one. It's like a toilet roll thing with a bristle brush on it for cleaning this kind of situation here. I was looking at buying one, but they're like $1,000 plus, and the reviews aren't even that good. The one, and plus I'd only use it every 2 or 3 years. I don't want to have it hanging around. Next option is get someone to come in and do it. So that's on the cards, but for $110 for 24 hours, I'm going to try this bit first and just see how much work it is. It has a tank to deliver the detergent or the chemical, but it doesn't suck it back up. So I'm going to have to use my other mop to come through and suck it back up. And it's not a one-time deal. It's going to be multiple, like 4 or 5 times coming through with hot water to clean it all and flush it out and get the chemical off the floor. So yeah, I don't know. If it's too much effort, I'll just do it this once, and then we'll get someone in to come and do it, because they got the machines that actually puts the chemical down, fresh water, and then vacuums it all out as well, and they leave your tiles. My mum gets it done every couple of years, so I've seen her tiles after she gets it, and the grout is Mickey Mouse. It's like the day it got put in. I'm sure some grout is coming out. It's probably not good to do it, but I mean, her tiles have been down for 30 years, and she gets it done probably every 3 years, and it's not like there's holes where the grout is. It hasn't dug the grout out, so yeah, it does work. But yeah, that's the only thing I can envisage coming up. We were going to do it this weekend. It's a long weekend, but we're not busy, but we just got something on every day, so I don't want to hire it and have to go out in the afternoon and we haven't finished it, and then I'll have to hire it for another day or not finish the floor. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait. Plus it is hot. It's really hot this week, so even though we've got the aircon in here, we haven't turned the aircon off since today's Friday, so yeah, it was since Saturday we haven't turned the aircon off. So yeah, it's been on flat stick. I've kind of dialed it in, so 24 degrees during the day when it's 40 degrees outside is quite comfortable, but then after dinner I crank it back up to 25 because otherwise it's too cold, just because there's no sun outside. It doesn't need that extra 1 degree. It makes a difference. We're both freezing, and I don't normally feel the cold, but I'm sitting there almost need a jumper or a blanket on me or something like that at 24, but at 25 it's quite nice. And then we sleep with it on 25. I leave the whole house on. I did say in the last video that we don't normally do that, but because it's been so hot, I did do that on the first night that it was hot, and came out here in the morning and it was like 30 degrees minimum. So I got up at 4:30. I think we normally get up 4:30, 4:45, and it was 30 degrees outside already, or still, not already, just still. The sun hadn't even come up. So yeah, it was good. So yeah, then I turned this on straight away, and it was not struggling, but you know, you might as well, if it's that hot overnight, 30 degree minimum, you might as well just leave it on and just wake up to a nice house that's all the same temperature. It's more efficient in my eyes because the thing's got to work twice as much when you turn it on at 5 o'clock in the morning to cool the house back down. This way it's just maintaining 24 degrees or 25 degrees, and 25 for that is just ticking over. It's only on one fan. We've never ever had it on 2 or 3 fan. I only ever keep it on one fan, and that's plenty. Keeps up nicely with that, so all good. Anyway, I'm going to go in this room, grab a vessel and fill it up, because today is Friday, and yeah, after this week with the heat at work and everything, I'm definitely deserve it, so all good. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Like I said, I don't know what it is, but it'll be something, so we'll see you then.